I am Dr. Judie Arulappan, and as mentioned by Mrs. Mahalakshmi, I am a certified healthcare simulation educator because I got my professional certification in simulation from the US. So I am a simulationist, and currently I am working as director and director of nursing laboratory and simulation unit in the College of Nursing, Sultan Qaboos University, Oman. And these are my contact details in case in future, if anybody wants to start your entrepreneurial journey, you can be in touch with me in this email ID and in this mobile number. So this is an interesting topic, and which is a new topic for most of you, because internationally, this entrepreneurship is given more importance in the curriculum itself. If you see in our curriculum, we have a course called as Innovation and Entrepreneurship, because when you innovate something only, you can become an entrepreneur. That is the secret of entrepreneurship. When you innovate something new, you can become an entrepreneur. So that is the ultimate meaning of entrepreneurship. So who is called an entrepreneur? The entrepreneur is an individual who can create a new business by taking risk as well as by getting some rewards. Because when we start a new business in the healthcare, because I'm not going to speak any business ideas from the non-healthcare field, because I have no idea about it. But being a healthcare professional, and moreover, I am a simulationist. After getting training from the US, I really got lots of entrepreneurial mindset after going to US, because that is a country where I could see everybody, most of the people are entrepreneurs, because apart from their regular work, they do additional business and they earn money to have their better quality of life, better standard of life. That is the place I got more idea about this entrepreneurship. So therefore, the entrepreneur should be an innovator, and the person should have more new ideas, goods, services, and business or procedures. That is what is the meaning of being an entrepreneur. So every one of us, because I usually prefer this session to be face-to-face session, because I don't, because when we are conducting webinar, it is very difficult to connect face-to-face, and we will not have that much of connection when we speak in a webinar. So even when Mrs. Mahalakshmi contacted me, I told I prefer to have it as a face-to-face session. But unfortunately, the time, because I am also very busy now and I cannot travel down to India. So only in May, next June, July, August, I will be there in India. That is the reason I couldn't have a face-to-face session. But I always try to have this entrepreneur session only face-to-face, so that I can connect with the participants very easily. I can get their ideas more easily, so we can make the session more interactive. So for example, I always ask all of you, do you want to be successful? Definitely every one of you will say that you want to be successful. For example, if you ask me, Judy, do you want to be successful? I will definitely immediately say, yeah, I want to be successful. Success is what is required from everybody. Everybody wants to be successful. So even you and me wanted to be successful. How we can be successful? Because unless and otherwise we work hard, we cannot reach the success. We have to really work hard to reach the success. That is a key of success. So this question I wanted to ask all of you. Do you want to be an employee or do you want to be an employer? Can somebody answer? Anybody? I want somebody to answer for this question. Do you want to be an employee or do you want to be an employer? Can somebody answer?
An employer, ma'am.
Can you tell me the reason why do you want to be an employer?
Ma'am, this is Dr. Jamuna here. And why I wanted to be an employer is like all my creative ideas can be brought into a firm which I can run according to me and according to my ideas, and I can give employment opportunity to many who are in need according to their need-based services, and according to my firm base, I can select them. So that's the reason like I would like to be an employer.
Excellent. That is one thing. Anybody else? Any other thoughts? That's a great idea, Dr. Jamuna. Thank you for your thoughtful answer. Can somebody answer any other perspective? Anyone else wants to be an employer? Or everybody wants to be employees?
Employer, to be employer.
Okay, can you tell me the reason why you want to be an employer?
Ma'am, when we are be an employer, we can do more to the society.
Excellent. Apart from that?
Apart from that,
Dr. Judy, we can be independent. If we are employer, no, we can be independent.
Yes,
Of
ma'am.
course.
Take decision our own.
Which is beyond everything. I'm expecting one simple answer.
You become more self-confident.
Okay.
Good morning, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Something more.
Yes, ma'am. Good morning. This is Aruna. Actually, when we will become an employer, the first thing we will be a good financial opportunities we will get. Other than that, leadership and impact also will be good.
Financial freedom will be there. That is the ultimate. That is the topmost reason to be an employer, because when we are an employer, we will have economical freedom. Because when we have economical freedom, of course, automatically we will be able to say all the other answer, like being independent, and we can support many people. We can support the society. We can uplift the society. Many things can be done when you have a financial freedom. If you do not have financial freedom or financial independence, you will not be able to do anything else when you do not have money. Ultimately, that is the essence of being an employer. Because, say, for example, if you take me, I always think how I have all these kind of business ideas and business mindset. So I was introspecting to myself before I used to talk about this topic. So then my parents, my grandparents, especially from my mother's side, my mother's family, they are business people. So I have seen around 4 cars parked in front of my grandfather's house. When I was a small child, when I was in the schooling hall, I have seen 4 or 5 cars parked in front of my grandfather's house. So they are business owners, and they used to have many employees under them. They used to come home. They used to get the salary. Many things I have seen these interactions happening when I was a child. But it never got into my mind when I came into the nursing profession, and I was busy with the professional development, all that. At a particular point, now after a particular point, I started thinking, why I am not able to be independent? So I should have my own independent production. Something I should make, some money I should make out of my regular job. So that is the point I decided this entrepreneurship is very important, because without being an entrepreneur, so we have to always be an employee. Because, say, for example, now I am an employee for an organization. However, I am continuing my entrepreneurial journey in my own way. So I will be explaining how I can say that I'm an entrepreneur. I will explain in the later slides. So therefore, employee, because everybody prefers to be an employer rather than being an employee. When you are becoming an employer, you will have more financial freedom, of course, and you will be able to support the society. You will be able to help many people who are in need. That is the ultimate reason for being an employer. So you all have given the answer for why yes or no and why. Now, we all should understand our life's purpose, because when you really, because I do not know how many of you think about this concept. I always used to think about this concept. What is my life purpose? Why God has created me? What is my purpose of being in this society? So I always have asked these questions to myself, because it is kind of self-analysis. So then I get an answer. Okay, so I am born in this society because God has made me to be alive in this society, because there was a point I was about to die. It was in 2011. Many people do not know about this. I was in a deathbed, and after 5 days I recovered, and I got a life back. So only very very close friends knows about this particular incident. But actually I should have gone away from this world, but God has given me the life again in 2011. So from that particular point, I decided, okay, maybe God wanted me to do something. And that is the reason God has brought me again to this world. That is the point I started realizing what is the purpose of my life. So I started realizing that life is very precious. So this precious life, I should make it as much as useful for myself as well as for others. That is the point I started understanding the purpose of life. Therefore, please understand your purpose of life. Why, what for you are living in this society. Similarly, what is the meaning of your life? You have to make an analysis for yourself every day, so that you will have meaning for your life. Similarly, as I said, always we should be useful. Always we should be helpful, because this is the answer which you also said. We should be useful to the society, as well as we should be helpful to the society as much as we can. And also, I want you to understand the concept that you are very special. So every one of us, because since I am not able to meet everybody in person, if I am there directly in face to face, no, I used to ask this question to everybody. You are very special. Can you tell me why? So now I just wanted to ask this question. I don't know whether the students will be able to answer to my question, but I just wanted to ask this question to anybody in the participants, anybody from the participants. You are very special. Why? Why you are very special? Can somebody answer? Do you think that you are very special? Can somebody answer for this question? How many of you think that you are very special? No answers?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, I think that I'm very special because there's a purpose in my life for which I have been brought to this world. So unless and until I fulfill, my life is not satisfied.
Excellent. Very good. Anybody else?
Yes, ma'am. I feel I'm special because I'm unique.
Voice is breaking. Can you please answer again?
Ma'am, this is Professor Kavita. Yeah, I feel I'm special because I'm unique.
Okay. Can you say what is the reason for understanding that you're very special? Kavita?
Ma'am, yes, ma'am, because I feel I'm unique. That is, Kavita is Kavita, and Kavita is have to lead, brought up this word with a purpose. So I'm unique.
Excellent.
So with the purpose I'm brought. So for that purpose, I be doing my job. I have to be delivering my job. That is, feel I'm special. I'm unique, so I'm special.
Excellent. Excellent. Thank you so much for the answer. Anybody else? Anybody else has a different perspective?
I have another perspective. Like when there is a difficult situation, how many people you have around makes you more special.
Exactly, because we can earn money, we can earn everything, but having people around is really very important. Because, say for example, I have many friends in my life, very special. I always feel that because நம்ம மனுஷங்கள நம்ம சேர்த்து வைக்கிறதுன்றது it is a very special quality. Many people do not have that quality. Having people around us is a very good. That is a very good answer, Jamuna. You are very correct. Any other answers? Anybody else wants to answer? Because I am expecting some important answer from the audience. Anybody?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
We are always special, and we are useful to the society. We are communicating people to each other wherever we are, and
Okay.
we are always among the people, towards the people, not away the people. So that
Excellent.
what the social psychology is said, always towards the people and among the people. Not more than that in my life. So that I feel always we are unique and we do something better than different than others. Then only we will come up. Always ready to do work. Take it as a challenge. So I taught my student always like that only. I'm preparing my students also like that. Thank you for giving the opportunity to the audience.
Thank you so much for all your answers. I'm so happy hearing all of you. And I would like to say about this particular concept, why we are very special. Because you all know the union of ovum and sperm. Because we are all healthcare professionals. Because this is a science. So I'm not going to talk anything which is out of science. Because many sperms compete to reach a ovum, right? So when many sperms compete to reach a ovum, finally only one sperm reaches the ovum, and that unites to form as a morula. Then it undergoes various stages of cell division, and finally we are formed. So God has created us before the conception itself. Before we are being conceived in the mother's womb, God has created us. That means we are very, very special. We are very specially created by God before we were even, because God has determined that I should be born in this society and I should be useful to the society. I should understand the purpose of my life, and I should be making my life meaningful. God has created me with a purpose. Before I was born itself, I was chosen by God. So this is a very special fact. I want you all to understand that each and every one of us are unique, and we are created in a special way by God, that we are going to be useful to the society. That is the ultimate aim of our birth in this society. In addition to that, I always feel that I am half of my father and half of my mother. Say, for example, if I am taking care of myself, if I am doing the best, whatever I can, I am really reflecting my parents, because I am 50% of my dad and 50% of my mom. That means my father and mother is living in me. My father and mother is living within me. Say, for example, I lost my mother 8 years back, but I always feel I should take care of myself. I should live a real life so that my mother is still living in myself. So I always have that kind of belief in me, so that, I love myself and I take care of myself and I give special attention to myself. So this is the way we should be. Because Kavita was saying, I am unique. How you're unique? Because you are a combination of your father and mother. And in addition to this, God has specially created you to be useful to the society. So for this purpose, I always say, I love me, because I have to love myself. How many of you love yourself? Self-love is very important. Do you all love yourself, my dear participants? I love myself a lot, because I am a part of my father and mother, and God has chosen me very special. I love myself. How many of you really love yourself? How many of you hate yourself? Anybody hate yourself in the participant side? Nobody? Thank God. Do you all love yourself?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Yes,
How do you
ma'am.
take care of
Yes.
How do you love yourself? Can you please explain, how do you love yourself? How do you love yourself? For example, can you explain to the participants, maybe for the students, it will be useful? Okay. So anyway, I will share my experience of how I am loving myself. For example, so starting from the day, how I start my day. I start my day. So because I always feel that I have to have a peaceful day, so I start my day in the morning. As soon as I get up, I start my day with the meditation. And so that I make sure that my physical health as well as my mental health is safe. So in the morning itself, I start meditating, so that after meditation only, I start my routine. So that is the way I start my day. And you believe or not, when you start your day with the meditation and prayer, the whole day will be excellent. You will not have any disturbance throughout the day. Whatever you are aiming for from the morning, you will be able to reach until the evening and until the night, till you go to your bed. So you start your day with a positive vibe, and so that throughout the day you will be very positive and you will be very productive, and you will be able to be very useful to others. And you have to take care of yourself. Self-love doesn't mean only psychological or physical. It is including everything, social, emotional, every domain. We have to really make sure that our self is taken care of. So in that way, we have to really love ourselves, and we have to have self-love concept. Apart from that, we have to really believe in ourselves, and we should understand we are unstoppable. So many people used to ask, how you are able to manage so many things. You are managing the office, you are managing your friends, you are managing your business, you are doing multifaceted tasks. So because I always feel that I am unstoppable, because nobody can stop me, because there are many enemies for me also. It doesn't mean that there are many people who backbite and they try to push me, but I never stop. So I always feel I have my power. So nobody can stop me. Nobody can stop my growth. So I always feel that I strongly believe in myself, and I feel I am very unstoppable. So I can achieve whatever capacity I have, I can achieve with that capacity to the maximum. That is the belief all of you should have in yourself. And also we should understand we have to create our own destiny, because nobody is going to create our destiny, and we have to create our own destiny. Okay, that is very important concept you should understand. So this is a particular slide I wish to speak about. We should be like an ant, because I did not know the meaning of this being like an ant when I was a child. So my dad used to always say, "Erumbu pola surusuruppa irukonu." Appa eppovume he used to say to me, எங்கிட்டையும் சொல்லுவாங்க, எங்க அக்கா கிட்டையும் சொல்லுவாங்க, எறும்பு போல சுறுசுறுப்பா இருக்கணும், எறும்பு போல சுறுசுறுப்பா இருக்கணும் அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. So I started, because it has gone into my mind since long time. So Appa always used to say we should be like an ant. Now when I started giving these presentations, I started browsing what is the qualities of ant. So what he said is correct actually. Ants save for rainy days. Ants are organized. Ants value teamwork. Ants are consistent and have perseverance. Ants maintain effective communication skills. Ants think big. And ants have leadership and humility. And ants have patience. See, these are all the positive qualities of an ant. So though an ant is a small being, so it is having lots of good qualities. So we should be learning to be like an ant. That is a very good quality. We should be really learning from the ants. So we always should have a success mindset. Success is equivalent to mindset. When you have a success mindset, definitely you will be successful. Many people think that they cannot, because when you do not believe in yourself, definitely you will not be able to succeed in anything. When you believe in yourself and when you have a mindset that you will be able to succeed, definitely you will be able to succeed. So that is very important. So I would like to say a few qualities of a successful person, because to be an entrepreneur, we should have certain qualities. That is the reason I am just highlighting few of the important points. We should be passionate. Why? Because when you love something, you should attach certain significant meaning to that particular aspect. For example, when I was a child, because now I was recollecting my childhood days. So during my childhood, I always go and speak in the elocution competition in the school, because Tamil romba pudikkum. So in the Tamil elocution competition, I always go and participate, and I always get the first prize in Tamil elocution competition. So எனக்கு அப்ப தெரியல, I had that speaking skills எனக்கு இருக்குன்றதை நான் இப்பதான் உணர்றேன். Because சின்ன வயசுல I started giving lots of I used to participate in lots of Tamil elocution. அப்ப எனக்கு வந்து we had a Tamil teacher who is my relative. So அவங்க எனக்கு என்ன பண்ணுவாங்கன்னா, she used to write the content and give. அப்ப அந்த content நான் read பண்ணிட்டு I used to go and speak in all the competitions. Competitionsல பேச I started understand, எனக்கு நிறைய பேசுறதுக்கு திறமை இருக்குன்றத. எனக்கு வந்து அந்த ஸ்பீச் காம்படிஷன்ல பிரைஸ் வாங்கிட்டு, ஃபர்ஸ்ட் பிரைஸ் ஐ ஆல்வேஸ் கெட் த ஃபர்ஸ்ட் பிரைஸ் இன் மை ஸ்பீச் காம்படிஷன்ஸ். அந்த பாயிண்ட்ல தான் எனக்கு தெரிஞ்சது எனக்கு பேச்சு திறமை இருக்குன்றத நான் உணர்ந்தேன். ஸோ தட் இஸ் த ஃபர்ஸ்ட் திங் விச் மேட் மீ டு அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட் ஐ ஆம் பேஷனேட் டுவர்ட்ஸ் ஸ்பீக்கிங். அப்புறம் சின்ன வயசுல இருந்து ஐ யூஸ் டு ரைட் கவிதைகள், தமிழ் கவிதைகள் நிறைய எழுதுவேன். தமிழ் மேல ரொம்ப பற்று உள்ளதுனால நான் ரொம்ப தமிழ் கவிதைகள் எழுதுவேன். தமிழ் கவிதைகள் எழுத ஒரு டைரியே போட்டிருந்தேன். அதே போல குட்டி குட்டியான உள்ள கவிதைகளை யூஸ் டு பப்ளிஷ் இன் த நியூஸ் பேப்பர், மேகசின்ஸ்ல எல்லாம் நான் பப்ளிஷ் பண்ணிருக்கேன் சின்ன வயசுல இருந்தே. அப்ப வந்து எனக்கு இப்பதான் நான் ரியலைஸ் பண்றேன், பிகாஸ் ஃப்ரம் த சைல்ட்ஹுட் ஐ ஹேட் த பேஷன் ஆஃப் ஸ்பீக்கிங் அண்ட் ரைட்டிங். அந்த ரெண்டு ஸ்கில்ஸுமே எனக்கு கடவுள் ஸ்பெஷலா கொடுத்திருக்காரு. அந்த ரெண்டு ஸ்கில்ஸையுமே நான் என்ன பண்ணிருக்கேன், இன்னைக்கு டெவலப் பண்ணி நான் கொண்டு வந்திருக்கேன். ஸோ ஒய் ஐ எம் சேயிங் இஸ் பிகாஸ் யூ ஷுட் அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட் விச் இஸ் யுவர் பேஷன். அப்ப அந்த உங்களுக்கு இருக்கிற பேஷனை நீங்க அதை டெவலப் பண்ணி ரிஃபைன் பண்ணி கொண்டு வரது, இட் இஸ் இன் யுவர் ஹேண்ட்ஸ். தட் இஸ் வெரி இம்பார்ட்டன்ட் அபவுட் பேஷன். தென் கமிட்மெண்ட். When you are really committed, you should be pledged to do something good. That is called as commitment is very important. So when you are committed, you will be very successful. Similarly, we should learn from our mistakes. We should never think, நான் தான் boss, நான் சொல்றது தான் correct அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு we should never think, because we always tend to learn from our mistakes. So ஏதாவது தப்பு பண்ணா கூட அந்த தப்புல இருந்து நான் என்ன கத்துக்கிட்டேன், next time I should not do the mistakes again என்ற ஒரு கான்செப்ட் மனசுல நம்ம வச்சுக்கணும். அப்புறம் we should be honest to ourselves. That is very important. We should be really honest. Don't cheat yourself. Be honest with yourself. Then think positively. Never have negative minded people surrounding you. Okay? Always think positively. இப்ப யாராவது நெகட்டிவான people வந்தா கூட never spend time with them. நேத்துக்கு வந்து we were going for walking. So ஒரு லேடியை பார்த்தோம் சடனா. அந்த லேடியை பார்த்த உடனே அந்த லேடி வந்து she is from our place. அப்போ அவங்க எங்களை பார்த்தோன்னா she started talking. சரி, ஏதாவது பாசிட்டிவா பேசுவாங்க அப்படின்னு பார்த்தா உங்க பையன் என்ன பண்றாங்க, பொண்ணு என்ன பண்றாங்கன்னு she asked. Then I said my son is in the US and USல போய் அவன் இப்பதான் படிக்க போயிருக்கான், 2 months தான் ஆச்சு அப்படின்னு சொன்ன உடனே, யூஎஸ்க்குலாம் எதுக்கு அனுப்பி வைக்கிறீங்க, அந்த கண்ட்ரிக்கெல்லாம் எதுக்கு அனுப்பி வைக்கிறீங்க, அங்க போய் உங்களை விட்டு ரொம்ப தூரம் போயிடுவான், அவனை நீங்க அங்க அனுப்பி வச்சிருக்கீங்க, அதனால என்ன பிரயோஜனம் அப்படின்னா யூஎஸ்க்கு அனுப்புனது அந்த அம்மால தாங்க முடியல. சோ அது வந்து அந்த வயிற்றுச்சலை வந்து she is showing in a different way. நீங்க அதெல்லாம் நீங்க அனுப்பியிருக்க கூடாது. யூஎஸ்ல போற பசங்க அப்படியே டச்சே இல்லாம போயிடுவாங்க, பேரண்ட்ஸுக்கும் குழந்தைங்களுக்கும் டச்சே இல்லாம போயிடும். அப்புறம் வந்து அவங்க சம்பாதிச்சுட்டு அவங்க மட்டும்தான் அவங்கள பாத்துக்குவாங்க, நம்மள பாத்துக்க மாட்டாங்க. சம்திங் ஆல் she was saying. This is something which really ஒரு 20 minutes it disturbed my என்னோட அந்த பாசிட்டிவிட்டியை வந்து டிஸ்டர்ப் பண்ணுச்சு. ஆக்சுவலி that 10-20 minutes அந்த அம்மாட்ட பேசின டைம் வந்து எனக்கு ஒரு 2 ஹவர்ஸோட எனர்ஜி எடுத்துருச்சு. பிகாஸ் அந்த 2 ஹவர்ஸ் வந்து என் மைண்ட் வந்து கொஞ்சம் டிஸ்டர்ப் ஆயிடுச்சு. பிகாஸ் அந்த அம்மா அவ்வளவு நெகட்டிவிட்டியை வந்து she transferred her negativity to me. ஸோ அந்த மாதிரி பீப்புளோட நம்ம கனெக்ஷனே வச்சுக்க கூடாது. அந்த நெகட்டிவா இருக்க பீப்புள் வந்தாங்கன்னா அவங்களை எப்படியாவது கழட்டி விட்டுட்டு we should maintain the positivity around us so that and the negativity will not attack us in any way. Negative mindset vanduchnaale we will not be successful. So the negative mindset we should really keep the negative mindset away from us. கடவுளுடைய ஒரு blessing நால depend on yourself in all matters. Okay, so இது வந்து சில விஷயங்களை நான் வந்து even I had faced failures that when we trust others and when we share our personal issues, so really people spoil our image. I did it because I believed certain people and shared some information which really they try to tear down our image. So never trust others and never share your personal information to others. So they will spoil your image and they'll spoil your productivity. Similarly, depending on yourself, another one is regarding the money matters. So never get any கடன் வாங்குறதெல்லாம் வச்சுக்காதீங்க. because கடன் வாங்குற பழக்கம் இருந்ததுன்னா லைஃப் லாங் நம்ம கடன் வாங்கிட்டே இருப்போம். இன்னைக்கு வரைக்கும் I never used to get any money from anybody for as a கடன் மாதிரி நான் வாங்குறது இல்லை. பிகாஸ் அந்த மாதிரி கடன் இப்ப நான் ஒரு பிசினஸ் பண்றேன்னா say for example for this session they are going to pay me. That means it is my and I am an entrepreneur, so for that they are going to pay me today. But நான் கடன் வாங்குறதுன்னு சொல்ற பழக்கம் வந்து we should never have it, because அது வந்து நம்மளோட ரிலேஷன்ஷிப்பையும் ஸ்பாயில் பண்ணும். Because when we give money, people will be happy to receive it, but when we ask for the money, the relationship gets spoiled. So adanaala always depend on even psychological irukottum, financial irukottum, every matter try to depend on yourself, don't depend on others for anything. And take away distractions, because mostly we are indulged into the Facebook and Instagram, things like that, and it is distracting us a lot. So the success ku oru thadaiya irukum. Adanaala try to take away all the distractions and have fun along the way. Especially நம்மளுடைய நர்சிங் ப்ரொஃபஷன்ல எனக்கு தெரிஞ்சு ரொம்ப கம்மி ஃபேமிலிஸ்லாம் I have seen people going for vacation, because நம்ம அந்த busy லைஃப்லயே we don't go for vacation, because நம்ம வெக்கேஷன் போகும்போது ஒரு பிரேக் அவுட் செஷன் இருக்கும்போது we always get the energy back. So அதனால we should always plan for a yearly vacation with the family, so that now இப்போ நான் வந்து ஒரு 6-7 years I started planning this vacation. Every year we used to கொண்டு போயிட்டு இருந்துச்சு. But அந்த வெக்கேஷன்ற கான்செப்ட் when we have in our life, the life will be really fun and we will have enjoyable life, and we will be free from stress. That is very important. அப்புறம் வந்து we should set goals. Goals இல்லாம நம்மளால லைஃபை கொண்டு போக முடியாது. Self discipline is very important. Self discipline இல்லைன்னா we cannot grow in life. So we have to have self discipline in life, and self development is very important. For example, இப்போ கூட எனக்கு I am 48 years old now. So இப்போ கூட நான் வந்து I am learning new things. இப்போ கூட நான் ஒரு 2 years faculty fellow programல போயிட்டு இருக்கேன். And I recently completed my CHSC certification. அப்புறம் இப்போ வந்து திருப்பியும் வந்து நான் ஒரு ஆன்லைன் கோர்ஸ்ல ஜாயின் பண்ணியிருக்கேன். I always do something to develop myself. எப்பவுமே எதையாவது புதுசா கத்துக்கிட்டே இருப்பேன். So I used to learn new things so that I can develop myself, I can be useful to the society, so I can become, because என்ன ஒரு entrepreneur என்ன மாத்துறதுக்கு நான் கத்துக்கணும். இப்போ நான் நிறைய விஷயங்களை புதுசா கத்துட்டு இருக்கும்போது தான் I can become an entrepreneur. So self development is very important, and we should read more books. நிறைய books read பண்ண நம்மளுடைய mindset will broaden, and it is going to be really useful for us. And time management is very important. அதே போல எனக்கு யாராவது போரிங்னு சொன்னாங்கன்னா அந்த பீப்புளை பார்த்தா நிஜமாவே எனக்கு ரொம்ப கோவம் வரும். யாருக்காவது போர் அடிக்குதா என்ன உங்களுக்குலாம்? எனிபடி ஃபீல்ஸ் போர்ட்? யாருக்காவது போரிங்ன்ற ஒரு வார்த்தை பிடிக்குமா? அல்லது எனிபடி ஃபீல்ஸ் தட் யூ ஆர் கெட்டிங் போர்ட்? யாராவது சொல்லுவீங்களா போரா இருக்குது அப்படின்ட்டு? Whether anybody says in this group போர் அடிக்குதுன்ட்டு? Anybody?
There is no time to say that it is boring.
Okay, because we are so occupied, right?
Yes,
we are so occupied.
We are occupied.
But there are people, I have heard people saying boring. அப்படின்ற பீப்புளை பார்க்கும்போது எனக்கு ஆச்சரியமா இருக்கும். How do they say that it is boring அப்படின்னு நினைப்பேன். நமக்கு அந்த 24 hours டைமே பத்த மாட்டேங்குது. நான் அடிக்கடி சொல்லுவேன், எனக்கு 2 கை இருக்கிறதுக்கு பதிலா 4 கை இருந்தா கூட I can workன்ற அளவுக்கு I have so much of work. ஆனா நமக்கு டைம் இல்லை. We are not having time, so we are so packed. அப்ப அந்த டைம் மேனேஜ்மெண்ட் is very important, and try to manage the time in a way that you never say a word boringன்ற வார்த்தை இருக்குன்னா நீங்க சோம்பேறிங்கன்னு அர்த்தம். சோம்பேறிங்களா இருக்கிறவங்க லைஃப்ல சக்சஸ்ஃபுல்லா வரவே முடியாது. ஸோ எவ்ரி மினிட் இஸ் ப்ரெஷியஸ். கடவுள் நம்மளுக்கு கொடுத்துருக்க ஒவ்வொரு நிமிஷமே நமக்கு ப்ரெஷியஸ். இந்த டைம்ல நான் ஒரு முக்கியமான ஒரு விஷயத்த நான் சொல்லலாம்னு நினைக்கிறேன். நான் ஒரு ரிட்ரீட் போயிருந்தேன். ஆக்சுவலி கேரளால வந்து ஒரு ரிட்ரீட்காக நான் போயிருந்தப்ப அந்த ரிட்ரீட்ல வந்து ஒரு ப்ரீஸ்ட் வந்து ஆக்சுவலி எனக்கு வந்து கொஞ்சம் ஐ ஹேட் சம் டஃப் சிச்சுவேஷன் இன் மை லைஃப். ஸோ அந்த ரிட்ரீட் நான் ஒரு 1 வீக் வந்து கம்ப்ளீட்டா அந்த மொபைல் எல்லாம் தூக்கி போட்டுட்டு ஐ வென்ட் ஃபார் த ரிட்ரீட். பிகாஸ் அந்த மொபைல் தான் நமக்கு தலைவலியே. ஸோ அதனால ஐ ரியலி வென்ட் ஃபார் அ ரிட்ரீட் ஐ திங்க் 3-4 years பேக். அண்ட் அந்த ரிட்ரீட் போயிட்டு கம்ப்ளீட்டா 1 வீக் அவுட் ஆஃப் மொபைல், அவுட் ஆஃப் எவ்ரி திங். ஸோ அந்த டைம்ல வந்து ஃபாதர் அந்த ப்ரீஸ்ட் வந்து எனக்கு எங்களுக்கு அந்த நாங்கள் அட்டென்ட் பண்ண ரிட்ரீட்ல உள்ளவங்க எல்லாருக்குமே ஒரு இம்பார்ட்டன்ட் கான்செப்ட் சொன்னாரு. ஸோ இது டச் மீ, ரொம்ப டச் ஆச்சு எனக்கு ஒரு விஷயம். அந்த கோவிட்க்கு அப்புறம் ஸோ அப்போ வந்து அந்த கோவிட் டைம்ல எஸ்பி பாலசுப்ரமணியம் வந்து நம்ம எல்லாருக்குமே ரொம்ப பிடிச்ச ஒரு பர்சன். பிகாஸ் எனக்கும் அவரை ரொம்ப பிடிக்கும். பிகாஸ் சச்ச ஒரு லவ்லி வாய்ஸ் அண்ட் ஒரு ரொம்ப ஒரு நல்ல ஒரு பர்சன். அந்த பர்சன் எனக்கு ரொம்ப பிடிக்கும் அவரை. அப்போ நான் அவர் இறந்து போனப்ப வந்து ஐ ஃபெல்ட் as though somebody in my family passed awayன்ற மாதிரி தான் நான் எல்லாம் ரொம்ப அப்செட்டா இருந்தேன். அந்த அளவுக்கு எனக்கு எஸ்பி பாலசுப்ரமணியமும் பிடிக்கும். அவருடைய பாட்டுகள் அதெல்லாம் ரொம்ப கனெக்டடா ஃபீல் பண்ணுவேன். அப்போ அந்த டைம்ல வந்து அந்த பிரீஸ்ட் அவர் சொன்னாங்க, அவருக்கு எஸ்பிபிக்கு வந்து கோவிட் வந்தப்ப, he is from ஆந்திரா இல்லையா, ஸோ ஆந்திரா கவர்மெண்ட் said it seems that எவ்வளோ க்ரோர்ஸ் ஆனாலும் பரவாயில்ல, எஸ்பிபி உயிரை காப்பாத்திருங்க அப்படின்னு சொன்னாங்களா. சிமிலர்லி நம்ம தமிழ்நாடு கவர்மெண்ட்டும் சொல்லியிருக்காங்க, எவ்வளவு க்ரோர்ஸ் ஆனாலும் பரவாயில்ல, நீங்க வந்து எஸ்பிபி உயிரை காப்பாத்திருங்க அப்படின்னு சொல்லியிருக்காங்க. ஆனா யாராலையும் எஸ்பிபியோட உயிரை காப்பாற்ற முடியல. நம்ம நிஜமாவே ஒரு ரொம்ப லவ்விங் பர்சனை நம்ம இழந்துட்டோம். அது ரொம்ப 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 ஒரு வேதனையான ஒரு விஷயம். இப்ப கூட எனக்கு அது கஷ்டமா இருக்கு அவரை பத்தி பேசும்போது. அந்த அளவுக்கு நம்மளுக்கு பிடிச்ச ஒரு பர்சன். ஆனா வந்து அந்த டைம்ல அவர் சொன்ன ஒரு கான்செப்ட் நான் மனசுல யோசிச்சு பாக்குறேன். He said there were many people to support, there were many people to make him alive. ஆனா அந்த நிமிஷம் வந்து அவரால் உயிர் பிழைக்க முடியல. ஆனா அந்த நிமிஷத்துல கூட கடவுள் வந்து, நான் இன்னைக்கு ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் என்னையே நான் சொல்றேன், நான் இன்னைக்கு உயிரோட பேசிட்டு இருக்கிறேன்னா கடவுள் நம்மள ஸ்பெஷலா பிளஸ் பண்ணியிருக்காரு. நீங்களா இருக்கட்டும், நானா இருக்கட்டும், கடவுள் நம்மள ஸ்பெஷலா பிளஸ் பண்ணதுனாலதான் we are alive. புரியுதுங்க இல்லையா? பிகாஸ் நம்ம வந்து அந்த சிச்சுவேஷன்ல இருந்து உயிர் பிழைச்சது. இப்ப எனக்கு கூட கோவிட் வந்துச்சு, ஐ வாஸ் வெரி சிக். ஆனா அந்த சிச்சுவேஷன்ல இருந்து உயிர் பிழைச்சு நம்ம வந்திருக்கோம்னா கடவுள் வந்து ரியலி நம்மள ரொம்ப பிளஸ் பண்ணியிருக்காரு. கடவுள் நம்மள வந்து ரொம்ப ஸ்பெஷலா சூஸ் பண்ணியிருக்காரு. அதனாலதான் நம்மள உயிர் கொடுத்திருக்காரு. அப்ப அந்த கான்செப்ட் வந்து புரியும் போது நான் நிஜமாவே ஐ அண்டர்ஸ்டுட் ஹவு பிளஸ்ட் வி ஆர். பிகாஸ் கடவுள் நம்மள எவ்வளவு பிளஸ் பண்ணதுனாலதான் நம்ம திருப்பி உயிரோட இந்த உலகத்துல இன்னைக்கு வரைக்கும் இருந்து போது அந்த டைம் வந்து the time is very precious. அந்த கடவுள் கொடுத்திருக்க ஒவ்வொரு நிமிஷமே precious. அதனால அந்த டைம் மேனேஜ்மெண்ட் இஸ் வெரி இம்பார்ட்டன்ட்ன்றத நான் உங்களுக்கு எல்லாருக்குமே சொல்றேன். அப்புறம் வந்து நீங்க எப்பவுமே வந்து we should have risk taking behavior. ரிஸ்க் எடுக்கலன்னா லைஃப்ல நம்ம எதையுமே கத்துக்க முடியாது. we should always take risk to move forward. that is very important and you should do what you love. நான் சொன்ன மாதிரி நம்மளுக்கு நம்ம எது பிடிக்குதோ அதை நான் பண்ணேன். இப்ப நான் வந்து பேசுறது எழுதுறதை நான் பண்றேன் பிகாஸ் ஐ லவ் ஸ்பீக்கிங் அண்ட் ரைட்டிங். அதனால நான் அதை பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கேன். அதே மாதிரி உங்களுக்கு ஒவ்வொருத்தருக்கும் ஒவ்வொரு ஸ்கில் இருக்கலாம். அப்ப அந்த ஸ்கில்ல நீங்க வளர்த்துக்கிறதுக்கு பாருங்க. அப்புறம் ஸ்டாப் மேக்கிங் எக்ஸ்கியூசஸ். எல்லாரும் சிலவங்கள்ட்ட பாத்தீங்கன்னா, ஐயோ எனக்கு அது பண்ண முடியல, ஐ டோன்ட் ஹேவ் டைம், ஐ எம் பிஸி whatever it may be, try to do it and never make excuses. Excuse பண்ணிட்டு இருந்தீங்கன்னா you cannot succeed. That is very important. And always we should have a to do list. நான் வந்து இப்ப என்னுடைய பர்சனல் இதுல வந்து நான் எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ் சொல்றேன். அந்த to do list வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா எனக்கு ஒரு 5 to do list இருக்கும். இந்த டு டூ லிஸ்ட் பாத்தீங்கன்னா ஒன்னு வந்து பர்சனல் லிஸ்ட் வச்சிருப்பேன், ஒன்னு ப்ரொஃபஷனல் டெவலப்மெண்ட்டுக்கு வச்சிருப்பேன், ஒன்னு பிசினஸ் டெவலப்மெண்ட்டுக்கு வச்சிருப்பேன், ஒன்னு என்னுடைய பப்ளிகேஷன்ஸ் அண்ட் ரிசர்ச் ரிலேட்டடா வச்சிருப்பேன். இப்படி ஒரு 5 லிஸ்ட் நான் எப்பவுமே என்னுடைய டேபிள்ல வச்சிருப்பேன். அப்ப அந்த 5 லிஸ்டையுமே நான் ப்ரையாரிட்டைஸ் பண்ணுவேன். ப்ரையாரிட்டைஸ் பண்ணிட்டு ஸோ எந்தெந்த இது வந்து எனக்கு ப்ரையாரிட்டி ஒர்க், ஓகே இந்த வீக் பண்ண வேண்டிய ப்ரையாரிட்டி, நெக்ஸ்ட் வீக் பண்ண வேண்டிய ப்ரையாரிட்டி, ஐ ஆல்வேஸ் ப்ரையாரிட்டைஸ் மை டாஸ்க் பேஸ்ட் ஆன் எவ்ரி வீக். அப்ப இந்த வீக்ல என்னோட இந்த ஒர்க் முடிக்கணும்னு சொல்லிட்டு ஐ ஆல்வேஸ் ப்ரையாரிட்டைஸ் மை டாஸ்க். அப்ப நீங்க அந்த டாஸ்க்கை ப்ரையாரிட்டைஸ் பண்ணும்போது when you finish the task you can strike off that so that you will know that you are really progressing. இந்த டு டூ லிஸ்ட் இல்லைன்னா உங்களுக்கு எல்லாமே மறந்து போயிடும், எல்லாத்தையுமே விட்டுருவீங்க. அதனால இந்த ஆல்வேஸ் ட்ரை டு ஹேவ் டு டூ லிஸ்ட் டு பெர்ஃபார்ம் யுவர் டாஸ்க் ஆன் டைம். அதுக்கப்புறம் as I mentioned, you should always identify your daily task, key task identify பண்ணுங்க. And also you should always think which task is going to give more return. நான் இதை பண்றதுனால எனக்கு நிறைய ரிட்டர்ன்ஸ் எதுல கிடைக்க போகுதுன்றதை நீங்க பார்க்கணும். அப்புறம் வந்து brainstorm how you can reduce or transfer the task. less return கொடுக்கறத ட்ரான்ஸ்ஃபர் பண்ணிக்கோங்க, லேட்டர் பண்ணிக்கலாம். அப்புறம் வந்து create a plan to do more that brings you more value. அது ரொம்ப இம்பார்ட்டன்ட். அப்புறம் வந்து 80 to 20 பிளான் நீங்க இது பண்ண, அந்த பிளான் பேரு பெரேட்டோ பிளான். 80 to 20 ரூல் அப்படின்னு நாங்க சொல்லுவோம். அது எப்படின்னா 80% 20% of effort போட்டீங்கன்னா you can achieve 80% of the results. அப்ப நீங்க என்ன ஆக்டிவிட்டி பண்ணாலும் நீங்க 20% effort போடுறத ஃபுல் எஃபர்ட்டா போடணும். இப்போ ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் இப்போ ஒரு ரிசர்ச் பண்றீங்கன்னு வச்சுக்கோங்க, அந்த 20% எஃபர்ட்டை இனிஷியலா போட்டுட்டீங்கன்னா ஒரு நல்ல அவுட்கமா நீங்க 80% கொண்டு வந்துடலாம். ஸோ ஈவன் ஒரு சின்ன ஆக்டிவிட்டி எது பண்றதா இருந்தாலும் புட் 20% எஃபெக்ட். அந்த 20% எஃபர்ட் ஷுட் பி ஃபுல் எஃபர்ட் ஸோ தட் யூ வில் பி கெட்டிங் 80% ரிசல்ட்ஸ். இதுக்கு பேரு பெரேட்டோ ரூல் அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவோம். நெக்ஸ்ட் வந்து this is a very important question I always ask because நம்ம ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஹெல்தியா இருந்தாதான் நம்ம வந்து ஹாப்பியா இருக்க முடியும். பிகாஸ் I always ask my participants, are you healthy? Because health matters. நம்ம ஹெல்த் இல்லைன்னா ஒண்ணுமே இல்லை. நம்ம பழைய காலத்துல எப்பவுமே சொல்லுவாங்கல்ல, நல்ல ஹெல்த் தான் நமக்கு வெல்த். ஹெல்த் இஸ் வெல்த் அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. நமக்கு நோயற்ற வாழ்வே குறைவற்ற செல்வம் அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. நோய் இல்லாம வாழ்றது தான் நமக்கு பெரிய செல்வமே. அதனால we should always take care of our health because our health is very important. And health determines the happiness because நம்ம ஹெல்தியா இருந்தா தான் ஹாப்பியா இருக்க முடியும். There is a connection between health and happiness because நம்ம ஹெல்தியா இல்லைன்னா we cannot be happy. So அதனால health and happiness are very much related. So try to be healthy so that it will give happiness throughout your life. So also you also decide what is making you happy. That is very very important. உங்களுக்கு எது பிடிச்சிருக்கு, are you happy nowன்றத நீங்க வந்து you have to ask yourself every day. நான் ஹாப்பியா இருக்கேனா, எனக்கு என்ன குறைவா இருக்கு, so how I have to make myself happyன்றத நீங்க செல்ஃப் அனாலிசிஸ் டெய்லி நீங்க பண்ணணும். அப்புறம் வந்து என்னுடைய பெர்ஸ்பெக்டிவ்ல நான் வந்து செல்ஃப் அனாலிசிஸ் பண்ணப்ப எனக்கு கிடைச்ச விஷயம், ஸ்பீக்கிங் அண்ட் ரைட்டிங் வந்து எனக்கு நான் ரொம்ப ஹாப்பியா நான் ஃபீல் பண்றேன். எழுதும் போதும் பேசும்போதும் நான் ரொம்ப ஹாப்பியா ஃபீல் பண்றேன். அப்ப நான் வந்து ஐ டிசைடட் ஓகே, இனிமேல் நான் வந்து இந்த பேசுறத வச்சு அதை எப்படி ஒரு ஆண்டர்பிரினர்ஷிப்பா மாத்தலான்ட்டு நான் டிசைட் பண்ணேன். அப்புறம் இந்த ரைட்டிங் எனக்கு ரொம்ப பிடிக்கிறதுனால அதை வந்து எப்படி ஒரு ஆண்டர்பிரினரல் ஐடியாவா மாத்தலாம்னு சொல்லிட்டு நான் டிசைட் பண்ணேன். ஸோ இது ரெண்டு தான் எனக்கு இருக்க ஸ்பெஷலைஸ் ஸ்கில்ஸ். அந்த ஸ்பெஷலைஸ் ஸ்கில்ஸ் பிகாஸ் நான் வந்து ஜூடியா இருக்கிறேன். ஜூடியா இருக்கும்போது ஐ ஹாவ் மை ஓன் பொட்டன்ஷியல்ஸ். ஆஸ் அ நர்சிங் ப்ரொஃபஷனல் ஐ ஹாவ் மை ஓன் பொட்டன்ஷியல். அப்பார்ட் ஃப்ரம் தட் என்கிட்ட என்ன ஸ்பெஷல் ஸ்கில்ஸ் இருக்குன்னு நான் டிசைட் பண்ணும்போது எனக்கு அந்த எழுதுறதும் பேசுறதும் எனக்கு ரொம்ப பிடிச்சிருக்கு. ஸோ ஐ டிசைடட் தட் ஐ ஹாவ் டு மேக் திஸ் அஸ் அ பிசினஸ். அப்புறம் இந்த ஹாப்பினஸ் இண்டெக்ஸ் பத்தி நான் சொல்ல போறேன். பிகாஸ் நமக்கு அது தெரிஞ்சுக்கணும். நம்ம ஹாப்பினஸ் இண்டெக்ஸ்ல இந்தியா நம்ம எங்க இருக்கோன்றது நமக்கு தெரிஞ்சுக்கணும். இப்ப பாத்தீங்கன்னா நம்ம இந்தியா வந்து 126 பிளேஸ்ல இருக்குது ஹாப்பினஸ் இண்டெக்ஸ்ல. நம்ம டாப் 10 கண்ட்ரிஸ் எதெல்லாம் இருக்குன்னா, ஹாப்பி கண்ட்ரிஸ் எதுனா ஃபின்லாந்து, டென்மார்க், ஐஸ்லாந்து, ஸ்வீடன், இஸ்ரேல், நெதர்லாண்ட்ஸ், நார்வே, லக்சம்பர்க், சுவிட்சர்லாந்து, ஆஸ்திரேலியா. இந்த கண்ட்ரிஸ் தான் டாப் 10 ஹாப்பி கண்ட்ரிஸா இருக்காங்க 2024 ரிப்போர்ட் படி. ஆனா நம்ம எங்க இருக்கோம்னா 126 பிளேஸ்ல இருக்கோம். உள்ளதுலே புவரா இருக்கிறது ஆப்கானிஸ்தான், which is in 143rd place. லாஸ்ட் இருக்கிறது ஆப்கானிஸ்தான். நம்ம வந்து ஆப்கானிஸ்தானுக்கு பக்கத்துல தான் இருக்கோம், 126 பிளேஸ்ல இருக்கோம். அப்படின்னா நம்ம ஏன் நம்மளுக்கு ஹாப்பினஸ் கம்மியா இருக்கு? தட் இஸ் நம்ம ரொம்ப திங்க் பண்ணணும். நம்ம அந்த ஹாப்பினஸ் இண்டெக்ஸ்ல நம்ம ஏன் 126 பிளேஸ்ல இருக்குன்றத நம்ம எல்லாருமே we have to analyze why our happiness is low. இப்போ மெயினா வந்து நம்ம அந்த ஹாப்பினஸ், what is determining our happiness அப்படின்னா there are 5 criteria which is making us determining the happiness index. First one is gross domestic product per capita. அப்படின்னா நம்மளுடைய purchase power parity. நம்மளுடைய எப்படி இன்கம் ஜெனரேட் பண்ண முடியுது, நம்மளால எப்படி பர்ச்சேஸ், பிகாஸ் இன்கம் இருந்தா தான் பர்ச்சேஸ் பண்ண முடியும். அப்ப அந்த கிராஸ் டொமஸ்டிக் ப்ராடக்ட் பெர் கேபிட்டான்றது எக்கனாமிக் மெட்ரிக் வந்து நம்மளுக்கு ஒன் ஆஃப் த டிட்டர்மினன்ட் ஃபார் ஹாப்பினஸ் இஸ் எக்கனாமிக் மெட்ரிக். செகண்ட் இது வந்து சோஷியல் சப்போர்ட். ஆஸ் ஜமுனா செட், சோஷியல் சப்போர்ட் பிகாஸ் ஹேவிங் பீப்புள் அரவுண்ட். இப்ப எனக்கு ஏதாவது கஷ்டம்னா ஐ ஷுட் ஹேவ் சம் பீப்புள் அரவுண்ட் டு சப்போர்ட் மீ. அந்த சப்போர்ட் சிஸ்டம் இல்லைன்னா ஐ எம் அ டோட்டல் ஃபெயிலியர். அதனால மனுஷங்களை சம்பாதிச்சு வைக்கிறது ரொம்ப 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 இம்பார்ட்டன்ட். ஸோ சோஷியல் சப்போர்ட் இஸ் வெரி வெரி இம்பார்ட்டன்ட். இட் இஸ் நாட் ஓன்லி ரிலேட்டிவ்ஸ். You should have your own friends, you should have your personal contact, professional contact, business contact. அப்படி நிறைய பீப்புளை நம்ம சம்பாதிச்சு வைக்கணும். That is very important. And you should have freedom to make life choices. நம்மளுக்குன்னு ஃப்ரீடம் இருக்கணும். லைஃப்ல நிறைய சாய்ஸஸ் இருக்கும்போது இந்த ஃப்ரீடம் இருந்தாதான் நம்மளுக்கு வந்து we will be able to make life. நம்மளுக்கு அந்த எக்கனாமிக்கல் ஃப்ரீடமே இல்லைன்னு வச்சுக்கோங்களேன், நம்மளால லைஃப் சாய்ஸஸ் பண்ணவே முடியாது. ஸோ அதனால we should always have freedom to make life choices. அப்புறம் ஜெனராசிட்டின்றது எப்படின்னா நம்ம சேரிட்டி பண்றதுக்கு எப்போ முடியும், நம்மளுக்கு மணி இருந்தாதான் நம்ம சேரிட்டி பண்ண முடியும். அந்த சேரிட்டி பண்ற லெவலுக்கு நமக்கு மணி வர்ற அளவுக்குன்னா we should be self sufficient இருக்கும்போது நம்ம அந்த ஜெனராசிட்டின்ற ஸ்டேஜுக்கு வர முடியும். அப்புறம் we should always feel that there is no corruption. Perception of corruption நம்மளுக்கு இருக்கும்போது நம்ம கரப்ஷன் இல்லாத ஒரு நல்ல கண்ட்ரியில வாழ்ந்துட்டு இருக்கோம் அப்படின்ற ஃபீல் இருக்கும்போது we will be happy. So இந்த 5 especially the GDP, social support, freedom to make life choices, generosity, perception of corruption. இந்த 5 criteria தான் it is determining our happiness. அப்ப இந்த 5 criteriaஸும் நம்ம எப்படி நம்ம வந்து அதை இம்ப்ரூவ் பண்ணணும்ன்றத நம்ம பார்த்துக்கணும். So now most important, my question now, we are coming to the important step, most important. Money is not everything. Money is the answer for everything. I want answer from all of you. Money is not everything. Money is the answer for everything. How many of you say money is not everything? How many of you say money is the answer for everything? Can I get an answer from the audience, please? Who's ready to answer for money is not everything?
Money is answer for everything, ma'am.
Money is the answer for everything. You are right. Okay.
Yes,
anybody thinks that money is not everything? Who says money is not everything? Anyone say that money is not everything?
Money is not everything until you are happy with the existing what you have.
Okay, existing irukradha வந்து should be sufficient, right?
Yeah, it should be sufficient. And as of now, like when you feel that it is sufficient for your needs, your family needs, and the societal needs where you are able to help them, then money is not everything.
That is true. But at the point when we will reach, when you have everything, when you have sufficient money, say for example, when you have sufficient amount of money, you may feel money is not everything. Am I right, Jamna?
Ma'am, actually speaking, it is not that you are having it. It can be mobilized through many other sources. So it need not be that we are having it.
Okay.
So,
For example,
yes, ma'am.
yeah. Tell me, please.
No, for example, like if I wanted to do something, I can mobilize the resources for doing that. It need not be
Like
that I'm spending.
katan vaangra mariya, katan vaangra mari.
Not like getting loan of it, but it is mobilizing to other companies like social responsible companies like IT people and all. Like you mobilize, it is like generating resources.
Possible for everybody. Is it possible for everybody? Is it
It may not be possible. It may not be possible, but for a good cause, it is possible.
Yeah, for a good cause it is possible, but everybody, say for example, everybody may not be able to give you money when you are in need. For example, even if somebody is sponsoring, how much they will be able to sponsor? Imagine that I am running my own company and people ask me, say for example, Jamuna is coming and asking, Yuvraj is coming and asking, maybe Aruna is coming and asking, do you think that I will be able to give money for everybody? May not be possible. Actually, mobilizing money is not only a solution. Say, for example, self-sufficient. We should be self-sufficient. Instead of mobilizing from other sources, mobilizing for other sources for a good social cause is a different entity itself. Can somebody keep the mic mute? Because you mute the mic. Somebody's mic is unmuted. Can you please mute the mic? Can you please mute the mic? I don't know whose mic is unmuted. Can you mute? Yes, thank you. No, still.
Aruna Kumari. Can you please mute?
Mute பண்ணுங்களா கொஞ்சம் டிஸ்டர்பன்ஸா இருக்கு சவுண்ட். So, I mean, mobilizing money from other sources is good for a social cause. But for our personal development, mobilizing money is not a solution. So, in that case, we have to make our own money. For example, I would say money is not everything. Money is not the answer for everything also. But money is not everything, but everything needs money. I hope this you will agree with this concept. Money is not everything. But everything needs a money. Money எல்லாமே வந்து money தான் solution கிடையாது. But everything needs money. Money இல்லாம நம்மளால எந்த ஆக்டிவிட்டியுமே நம்மளால பண்ண முடியாதுன்ற சிச்சுவேஷன்ல தான் our life is. For example, if you do not have money, you will not be able to survive in the society. For example, இப்ப நான் வந்து நம்மளுடைய ப்ரொஃபஷனை நான் வந்து I ask about our professional life. For example, நான் வந்து ஒரு நாளைக்கு நம்மளுடைய ப்ரொஃபஷனல் ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸ் குரூப்ல நான் வந்து ஒரு மெசேஜ் போட்டேன். எப்படின்னா சவுதி அரேபியால there is vacancy, யாராவது 3 years experience இருக்குதா, ரிசர்ச் ப்ரொடக்டிவிட்டி இருக்குதுன்னா you can contact me போட்டேன். You will not believe more than 100 people contacted me. more than 100 people contacted me. மேம் உங்களுக்கு ஜாப் கிடைக்குமான்னு ட்ரை பண்றாங்க. அதுக்கப்புறம் நம்ம குரூப்ல உள்ளவங்க யாருக்கோ என்னோட நம்பரை கொடுத்து எங்க இருந்து இந்தியால இருந்து என்ன காண்டாக்ட் பண்றாங்க. as though நான் ரெக்ரூட்மெண்ட் கன்சல்டன்ட் மாதிரி people started contacting me. அந்த பாயிண்ட்ல பாத்தீங்கன்னா I understood எவ்வளவு ஒரு நீட்ல இருக்காங்க மக்கள், மணிக்காக எவ்வளவு ஒரு நீட்ல இருக்காங்கன்னு சொல்றதை நான் உணர்ந்தேன் நிஜமாவே. பிகாஸ் இப்ப ஜமுனா நீங்க ஒரு கவர்மெண்ட் செக்டர்ல ஒர்க் பண்றீங்க, நான் ஒரு கவர்மெண்ட் செக்டர்ல ஒர்க் பண்றேன். அப்படி ஒர்க் பண்றதுனால we are safe. Actually we are in a safe place. பட் நம்ம நிறைய பேர் வந்து பிரைவேட் செக்டர்ஸ்ல ஒர்க் பண்றவங்களுக்கு they are not getting a money what இப்போ 15,000 rupees 20,000 rupees வச்சு we cannot run a whole family for the whole month. அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு சிச்சுவேஷன் இருக்கும்போது தான் இந்த கான்செப்ட் ஆஃப் என்டர்பிரினர்ஷிப்பை நான் இன்ட்ரடியூஸ் பண்ணணும்னு நினைச்சேன். எப்படின்னா இப்ப நீங்க நம்ம அப்பார்ட் ஃப்ரம் ரெகுலர் சேலரி நம்ம வந்து அடிஷனல் சோர்ஸ் ஆஃப் இன்கம் இருக்கும்போது நம்ம வந்து செல்ஃப் ரிலையண்டா மாற முடியும். we don't have to depend on others for any help. நாம வந்து நம்மளை பாதுகாத்துக்க முடியும். that is what ultimately I am trying to say. புரியுதுங்களா? சோ இப்போ வந்து money gives us the power to create our own destiny. because காசு நம்மகிட்ட இருந்துச்சுன்னா நம்ம we will be able to create our own destiny. அப்ப நான் வந்து இதுல இருந்து என்னோட பர்சனல் எக்ஸாம்பிள் நான் சொல்ல விரும்புறேன். actually when I was I was 40 years old. I was in back home in our country. So என்னுடைய டாட்டருக்கு வந்து பிடிஎஸ் சேர்க்கணும். ஸோ 7 lakhs ஃபீஸ் எனக்கு பே பண்ணணும். என்னோட பேங்க் பேலன்ஸ் அப்போ வந்து I had only 5,000 rupees in my bank balance at the age of 40 years. அந்த டைம்ல தான் நான் ரியலைஸ் பண்றேன் வாட் லைஃப் ஐ எம் லிவிங் இன் திஸ் வேர்ல்ட் அப்படின்ட்டு ஒரு பாயிண்ட் ரியலைசேஷன் வந்ததே அந்த டைம்ல தான். 40 yearsல 5,000 rupees பேலன்ஸ் வச்சுட்டு என்னோட டாட்டரை அவளை பிடிஎஸ் சேர்க்கறது கூட என்னால முடியாம இருந்துச்சு. அந்த பாயிண்ட்ல தான் I was looking for job abroad. பிகாஸ் எனக்கு வந்து இந்தியாவில வந்து நான் வந்து இந்தியாவை நான் என்னைக்குமே வந்து நான் தப்பா சொல்ல மாட்டேன். பிகாஸ் இட் இஸ் மை கண்ட்ரி, இட் இஸ் மை ஹோம் கண்ட்ரி. எப்பவுமே I always feel that it is we are Indians. I always feel proud of being an Indian. But on the point of economical situation வரும்போது எனக்கு வந்து I was in a very zero stageல தான் நான் இருந்தேன்றதை உணர்ந்தேன். அந்த டைம்ல தான் I started looking for job. So அந்த ஜாப் கரெக்டா நான் அப்ளை பண்ணுவோம். I got it into our university and I'm really blessed. After that my life totally transformed. ஸோ இது எதுக்காக நான் சொல்றேன்னா அந்த அந்த நம்மளுக்கு அந்த 40 இயர்ஸ்ல 5,000 பேங்க் பேலன்ஸ் இருக்குன்றது வந்து அந்த ஸ்டேஜ்ல தான் நான் இருந்தேன்றதை தான் நான் உங்களுக்கு சொல்றேன். பிகாஸ் ஹவு இட் ஹாஸ் டு பி சேஞ்ச்ன்றதை தான் நான் சொல்ல வரேன். தேர்ஃபோர் இப்போ எல்லாருக்குமே நான் வந்து ஒரு கொஸ்டின் கேட்க விரும்புறேன். வேர் டு யூ see yourself 5 to 10 years from now? 5 to 10 இயர்ஸ்க்கு அப்புறம் நீங்க என்னவா இருப்பீங்க நீங்க ஆன்டிசிபேட் பண்றீங்க உங்களை? எனி ஆன்சர்ஸ்? இப்போ இருந்து 5 to 10 இயர்ஸ்ல நீங்க என்னவா இருப்பீங்க, என்ன பொசிஷன்ல இருப்பீங்க, நீங்க எதையாவது யோசிச்சிருக்கீங்களா? Have you ever thought about this? என்ன நினைச்சிருக்கீங்க?
I have thought like I'll be holding a good position in the ministry in India.
Okay, very good. Excellent. அப்புறம் ஃபினான்ஷியலா எப்படி இருப்பீங்கன்னு நினைக்கிறீங்க? Do you think that you'll have a good financial backup?
Yes, ma'am, definitely, because as I'm going to grow higher in my career ladder, financially I'll be backed up with that.
Okay, very good. So இப்போ வந்து ஒரு source of income வழியா தான் நீங்க generate பண்ணணும்னு நினைக்கிறீங்களா? Do you think of, are you planning to generate income through other sources as well?
Ma'am, other sources of income, I have plenty of ideas, but the thing is with government sector, I cannot have other source of income. So I must be having something which is family involvement in making that other source of income, not directly by me.
But actually, though we are working for a government sector, business is not working for others. So they say, for example, we should not be working for any other company as an employee, but we can have our own income. Say, for example, we call it a service-based entrepreneurship. So, for example, now I am a service-based entrepreneur. How do I say myself that I am a service-based entrepreneur? Because whatever special skills I have related to my professional career, so I am making it as a business. For example, இப்போ எனக்கு வந்து ரெண்டு ஆஸ்பெக்ட்ல I am மூணு ஆஸ்பெக்ட்ல I am earning I say that I am an entrepreneur because I am a simulation trainer, I am a research mentor, I am an entrepreneur. இப்போ இந்த மூணு ட்ரைனிங் ப்ரோக்ராம்ஸ்மே whenever I conduct training programs, I am paid for it. So I am a service based entrepreneur. புரியுதுங்களா? Because என்னுடைய ஸ்கில்ஸை என்னுடைய ப்ரொஃபஷனல் ஸ்கில்ஸ் கிட்ட வச்சு I am earning money. That means I am a service based entrepreneur. நீங்க அதுக்காக தனியா போய் தான் ஒன்னு புதுசா எஸ்டாப்லிஷ் பண்ணணும் நெசசிட்டி கிடையாது. அதுக்காக தான் இந்த கிளாஸ் இந்த செஷன் நம்ம கொண்டு வந்திருக்கதே மெயினா ஹெல்த் கேர்ல நம்ம எப்படி entrepreneurஆ மாறலாம், எப்படி வந்து we can generate income and how can we be useful to the society. இதுதான் அல்டிமேட்டா இந்த செஷனோட இம்பார்ட்டன்ட் எசன்ஸே. சரிங்களா? ஸோ வாட் வில் பி இன் யோர் பேங்க் பேலன்ஸ் ஆஃப்டர் 10 இயர்ஸ்ன்றதையும் நீங்க ப்ரெடிக்ட் பண்ணிக்கோங்க. 10 இயர்ஸ் ஆகும்போது நான் சொன்ன மாதிரி 5,000 rupees இருக்க போகுதா, எவ்வளவு 50 lakhs இருக்க போகுதா, crores இருக்க போகுதான்றதை you have to decide how your bank balance is after 10 years. அப்புறம் அந்த money is very important because அதுதான் basic requirement. Definitely we need money. So ultimately நான் என்ன சொல்றேன்னா, because nursing is our main core job, அதை வந்து we should never leave our profession because we are nurses and we should never leave our profession. We should continue to be in our profession. At the same time, you can generate income through an additional source. As I mentioned, for example, I am an entrepreneur in terms of service-based entrepreneur. So I am generating income from what I have learned in my professional life. So if you see the profession, because it is mainly for the young budding students, budding nurses, when you see the profession, nursing as a profession, we have lots of opportunities like BSN, MSN, PhD, Doctor of Nursing Science, postdoctoral fellowship. You can take many career pathways in nursing and you can really excel in your professional life. And you can have additional certifications like, say, for example, I am a certified healthcare simulation educator. Similarly, you can become your own, you can get your own certification, NCLEX RN, and many other certifications are available and secure a strong nursing job, either in India or in abroad. So you have to secure a safe nursing job. And you can go for advanced certification in nursing, like certified nurse practitioner, certified registered nurse anesthetist. There are many advanced certifications you can go for in India as well as in foreign countries. And these are some examples where American Nurses Association, there are many courses offered for advanced certification. So if you do this advanced certification, you can have more of independent practice. Depending upon the country's regulations, the independent practice varies, but you can think whether you want to do this in India or abroad. It is your choice. And apart from that, you have various opportunities in the schools, hospitals, outpatient doctor's office, long-term care office, occupational health settings. And you can work as a legal nurse consultant, independent nursing practice, researcher, lactation consultant, nursing technology and informatics expert, business administration, director of nursing, nursing educator, certified global nurse consultant, nurse trainers, travel nursing. And if you see me, I'm a simulationist. So like this, you can take lots of roles being a nurse. So, and you can work abroad, and you can work in our own country. And depending upon your choice, you have to decide where do you want to work and where do you want to earn money from. And you have to really have a work-life balance, because without having a work-life balance, it is very difficult. So you should have a proper work-life balance so that you'll be able to manage the personal life as well as your professional life. As I already mentioned, entrepreneurship, it creates and grows a business through creative ideas. So as Jamuna said, when you have creative ideas, you can turn it into business. So we did a survey here in Oman. Here there is a place called Nizwa. In that place, 98% of our Omanis are entrepreneurs. That means 98% of that people in that particular village are entrepreneurs, because it is their family business continues in generation, and 98% of people are doing their own business. And that place is really, people are very intelligent, and people are highly productive. And so we were learning many things from those people. So because I used to attend all my entrepreneurship classes, entrepreneurship seminars, everything, whatever is happening in the university, that is how we came to know about this surprising news. So people are 98% means many, most. That is the reason, because this is a high income country, and people are really having their own living standards. So therefore, why can't we? So as nurses, we also can be entrepreneurs. That is the main point I wanted to highlight. So we should be able to take risk, at the same time we should be able to get rewards. So as my experience, I always say that I am a service-based entrepreneur, because I am good at academic writing. So I write books, chapters, and international book editor, and I get royalty for that. And apart from that, I publish manuscripts, and I get incentives for my publications from the university. And I do mentorship in nursing research, mainly by conducting workshops and conferences. I am appointed as a honorary research mentor, so I am paid for it. And apart from that, I am a certified healthcare simulation educator. So I conduct workshops and training sessions. For that also, I am paid for it. And I have my own online training sessions in nursing research. They are paid sessions, so I am paid for it. So these are service-based entrepreneurship, because this is not affecting my routine work. Apart from my routine time, say for example, today is Friday, it's a holiday. I am utilizing my private time in making additional source of income. That is what is called a service-based entrepreneurship. So when you wanted to really be an entrepreneur, you have to have your business idea, and you should do a market research. And you should see, when I do this market research, I will come to know whether this is really, this needs more, whether I will have some, whether whatever I'm going to sell in the market, whether it is going to be useful, or whether it is going to reach maximum customers. So I have to do a market research. Then I have to register my business through legal, by considering the legal issues. And I have to find a proper location, and I have to secure funding. There are many platforms where funding is available, and bank loans, grants, through which we can secure funding, and we can build a team, and we can market and sell, and we have to manage the finances ideally. And finally, we have to launch and grow. So these are the steps of doing entrepreneurship and startups. So for this, you may wonder whether as a nurse, whether I can do many things as an entrepreneur. Yes, you can create many things as an entrepreneur, because if you have a interprofessional collaboration, it is not only you have to collaborate with other healthcare professionals also in making a successful startup. For example, I would like to say a few examples for startup companies like Flipkart, Ola, Paytm, Oyo, Uber, Zomato, all these are startup companies. All these are some examples of startup companies which are developed by entrepreneurs. So they identified the needs or problems which is existing in the society, and they found a solution. Entrepreneurship is ultimately finding a solution for a problem. So when you find a solution for a problem, you will turn it into a business. That is what these companies have made. Flipkart, it is an online retails in India, and it's Ola is a ride-hailing company, and Paytm is a digital payment and financial service company. Oyo is a hotel chain and hospitality company, and Uber is a ride-hailing platform, and Zomato is a food delivery and restaurant discovery platform. All these are made by young entrepreneurs. And there is Slack, Dropbox, where Slack is a team communication and collaboration platform. Dropbox is a cloud storage and file sharing platform. All these are paid platforms where we have to pay and get benefit of these platforms. So now I come to the success examples of successful healthcare and startups, because just to give some idea how we can start our own health-related startups. For example, this is one startup which I have come across. This is a platform mainly because all these platforms are for money. Nobody will give free service without getting money. Whatever I'm going to explain, everything is connected to money. When you want to avail the service, you have to pay money and you have to avail these services. For example, Headspace is a meditation and mindfulness exercise platform. Then Pivot is a tobacco cessation platform. Modern Fertility is a platform where fertility hormonal checkup can be done at home itself. So if you can, you don't have to go to a hospital, do a fertility hormone check. This fertility hormone check can be done at home itself. And Page is a platform which is very important for the pathologist, where it is a AI integrated platform where it gives lots of, when the pathologist writes the issues, it gives AI will generate informed treatment choice decisions. Only with the human intelligence, the pathologist should make a decision whether this treatment is needed or not. This is a AI generated platform. And Levels is a metabolic fitness platform. Parsley Health is something where medical testing and technology can be used, especially for nutrition, wellness, and prevention research. And Bloom Diagnostics is a platform where you can track, maintain, and improve the diagnostic services. And Trusted Health is another platform where we will have information where nurses can use flexible working opportunities. For example, nurses can upload their resumes and they can share their credentials, and they can find opportunities and they can get the opportunities through this Trusted Health platform. So this is SonderMind is a platform which connects patients with therapists within the insurance network. And Circles is another platform for mental health care services where there will be professionally led groupings and accessible pricing, which is made available with this Circles platform. And there is a WellFrame platform. It is mainly with the healthcare plan, and it gives automatic reminders and checklists for the healthcare plan. And the Health Sherpa platform is to obtain and utilize health insurance. And Open Care platform is mainly for the dental care to the patients, because when you are entering into the platform, you can find high quality dentists through this platform. Alan is a platform where it prioritizes the patient needs by focusing on the price and quality. And Meru Health is another platform which is mainly about the mental illness, and we can connect with a professional therapist and psychiatrist. And they have designed 12 weeks program to conduct a course through their application. And Ori Health is a platform which is providing physical medicine and therapy, rehabilitation care, prescription and imaging and labs, and health coaching, which is given by Ori Health platform. Then Next Health platform, it is mainly about electronic health records, which connects developers, doctors, and patients through a network. That is another platform. IntelliCare platform is a platform in which nurses can schedule their shifts. For example, in the US, Canada, all nurses can self-schedule their shifts because in our hospitals, mostly the schedule is made by the administrators. So here in this, through this app, nurses can schedule their shifts in this platform. And Zomatis platform, it is mainly for diagnostic renal team and dialysis provisioning strategies, mainly for the renal health. And Hinge Health is mainly for the physical therapy plans, especially for chronic pain to prevent injury and so on. And Aura Ring is a platform where it is a sleep tracker platform. NerveGen Pharma, it is a nervous system and spinal injury to any kind of nervous system issues. This platform is helping. And Flatrion Health, it is another platform where researchers understand how cancer develops and how it spreads and how it can be prevented. All that can be learned from this Flatrion Health platform. Then there is another platform called as Medable platform, which is streamlining the clinical trials. And K Health is a platform where 24/7, all the days, patients can get connected to the physicians through a virtual chat room. So say, for example, monthly they have to pay an insurance of $29, and they have the doctor visits $35. So they have to pay this fees, so that whenever they need doctors and the doctors, they can get consultation from the doctors. So this is a platform which is made available for that purpose. And carbon health is mainly for getting prescriptions. When you wanted to get the prescriptions delivered to your home, you can get carbon health through that. You can do that. And Arise is a platform where it is mainly for the eating disorders. And Spring Health is a platform tailored for mental health experience. And Vita Health is a platform mainly for diabetes, type 2 diabetes, where it helps the patients to lower the blood sugar and lose weight without having they don't have to take medication. So this they have a tracking system where they advise the patients that diabetes can be reversed without medications. So this platform is helping in diabetes management. And Runway platform gets the travelers to get the medications. And Komodo Health is a platform where you can track your health progress. So this is an wonderful platform which is available. And Intellect is a platform where it is for the behavioral coaching, which is done by the licensed psychologist. And Modern Health is a platform which is again for the mental health services. And Tempus is a platform mainly for accelerating, predicting, and identifying diseases and disorders. And Devoted Health is a platform which is for the Medicare plan. And Medallion is a platform for credentialing and license process for clinical operators. Patina is a platform for primary care of adults aged 65 years and above. And CareRev is a platform for recruiting, hiring, and managing healthcare staff. And In Sitro is a platform for drug discovery and development. And Included Health is a platform for virtual care and healthcare services rooted in the community. It is more of 24/7 community-based services platform. And Medley is a platform for finding work and getting earnings for the registered nurses. And First Hand is a platform for mental health care and support to the patients with serious mental illness. Mainly, they have peer social and health medical support. And Headway is a platform which connects patients with mental health care providers. And Coher Health is a platform which connects between the patient, provider, and the healthcare plan. And Time Care is a platform mainly for the oncology care. And Watts Health is a platform for pharmaceutical supply chain. And Certify OS is a platform for licensing, credentialing, and healthcare plan enrollment. And Dear Doc is a platform mainly for improving the patient experience, streamline staff workload, build online presence, and grow practices. And these are various healthcare startups. I have given some examples because we cannot copy and paste this information because all these are already copyrighted. And they started running their own business in the US. Mainly, it is running in the US and Canada. And in India, you can identify what is the problems you are facing in our Indian setup. Try to find a solution like developing an application like this, and you can provide services to the patients through these online platforms. And you can connect healthcare providers, physiotherapists, or nurses. Say, for example, I was discussing in one of the college when I was giving this talk. I asked the students about this. They said, ma'am, parenting is a big issue because many people do not know about how to parent. So they said, I am planning to start an online session on parenting. So especially for the first-time mothers, they can attend my session and I can charge 500 rupees per session, and I can teach them. I can teach about breastfeeding. I can teach about how to care the newborn. I can teach about the growth and development. So ultimately, I can earn per session. This was an idea created by a young BSc nursing student. So this way, whatever comes within your nursing scope of practice, you can make it as a business. So therefore, you can serve the society at the same time. You are going to earn money out of it. So therefore, online these are some examples I wish to give to the participants. Like you can start your own online tutoring platform, like one-to-one tutoring session. Now I am doing one-to-one tutoring for research. So similarly, if anybody is interested in doing one-to-one platform, you can do your one-to-one tutoring platform with whatever skills or expertise you have. Then you can sell eco-friendly products, and you can have health and wellness applications, and we can have virtual event planning, subscription box services. There are many things, many ideas are there. So you can just convert it as a business. So now what is your plan? For example, now I have given lots of ideas. So now you have to, because if it is a direct session, I can ask many questions to the participants and I can give group work. And usually I used to give it as a group work. So during the group work, usually they used to interact and they used to come up with ideas. Maybe at the end of this session, please discuss among yourselves. And if you have any ideas to have your service-based entrepreneurship, you can just come out with that idea. And if you need any of my assistance, you can ask me. And I always say you target low-hanging fruits. What do you mean by low-hanging fruits? Because you don't invest so much of money in any business. Why? Because whatever is easy to achieve. For example, now whatever skill I have, I am trying to earn money by utilizing my skills. Similarly, you utilize the skills, whatever you have, and that is what is called as low-hanging fruits. Without any difficulty, without spending much of money, you can earn money in a proper way. That is what is the meaning of low-hanging fruits. And you should always have a solution for a clinical problem, because there are many problems in our nursing practice, like clinical problems. You can transfer that as a business to help your patients as well as help the society. So for this, you should have a growth mindset. Never have a fixed mindset. If you have a fixed mindset, you will never grow in your life. So you should have a growth mindset. And so if you have a growth mindset, you have a standard of life will improve. Ultimately, your quality of life also will improve. And ultimately, professional image will improve. This is a very important thing I want to highlight. Because whenever people say, oh, nurses, they come from very poor family background, they come from poor economical background. So, and our salary, ultimately, our salary also, we are not able to have a decent life with whatever salary we earn. So ultimately, people think, okay, nurses do not, they have very limited money. They don't, they do, that is the reason. Generally, it is not only the money, it is in general. Say, for example, when you wanted to say, because when I visited Canada and US, I found nurses are so competent, and they are competent and equivalent to doctors. Why? Because nurses are more knowledgeable, nurses are more capable, and they are more independent. So when you are developing yourself, when you are empowering yourself, and you will be respected in the society. When you really wanted you to be respected in the society, you have to improve your professional image. The professional image has to be improved by professional development, knowledge and professional development, knowledge improvement, skill improvement, competency improvement, and economical improvement. When you are improving in all the domains, automatically the professional image will change. So I want to ask a question. Are you all doctor's assistants? Do you all feel that you are doctor's assistants? Yes or no? Do you all agree with the statement, doctor's assistant?
No,
Any
ma'am.
answer? Why do you say that we are not doctor's assistant? How you can differentiate yourself?
We have our own quality, skills, ethics to serve the patients. So
Exactly.
the doctors, when they come, just they will spend 5 minutes or maximum 10 minutes at the bedside, and they will give the orders, blah blah blah. Then they will go. But we are
Yes.
the one. We are sitting and standing at the bedside 24 hours and continuously monitoring the patient, taking care of the patient, and we know what the patient is thinking, how they're feeling, and in what way we need to give the counseling to them. So we are not a doctor's assistant, ma'am. Our
Exactly.
profession is different, their profession is different.
Exactly. And I want all of you to understand from this point, internationally, nobody, if you go to US, nobody calls a person as doctor. They're healthcare providers. Whether you are a nurse or a physiotherapist or a doctor or whomever it is, you are called as a healthcare professional. Or everybody are healthcare professionals. Nobody is said to be a doctor or a nurse. So they call by name. So they don't even call doctor. They call Mike or Chris. So they call by name only, because everybody is treated as healthcare professional. So never have a feel that we are doctor's assistant. We are healthcare providers. So we are not assistant to anybody. We are independent practitioners, and we should feel proud of ourselves being a nurse, because we are healthcare provider. As Yuvraj said, we are with the patient round the clock, and we spend more time with the patients, and we know more about the patients than anybody else. So therefore, feel proud of yourself, because I was reading a literature just before the presentation, and I was really shocked to see the recent image which is given in the literature. I was really upset seeing this. Nursing is women's work. Nursing is dirty work. Nurses need to fit a particular personality type. Nurses are at the mercy of medical doctor. Nurses never work outside the hospitals. Nurses don't make decent money. Female nurses, femininity struggles, family struggles, because we are female nurses, family struggles. Male nurses, out of place. Male nurses, male weakness or homosexuality. Male nurses, a sexual threat. Male nurses, shame and embarrassment. Male nurses, physical strength. Male nurses should be doctors. Unknown profession. Value but not prestigious profession. Subordinate profession. Profession with low academic requirements. profession with questionable working conditions. My God, I was really upset reading this literature, which is given in the recent publication. So this is the image which is existing in the society. So how we are going to change this image? So please fight that if somebody is going to say that you are going to be in any one of these previous slide, whatever I mentioned, which is given in the literature, please tell them, don't stereotype me. I am a professional healthcare provider. So you cannot treat me as an assistant for anybody. I'm nowhere lower than anybody. You have to really fight for it. So that definitely you can change your image, and people should know that the nurses are not inferior to the doctors. And for this purpose, I want you all to transform your life through having an economical freedom, as well as you should be professionally competent, because as nurses, you develop yourself and you professionally be competent. And in front of everybody, you should feel proud to say that I am an entrepreneur, I am a healthcare provider, so I am equivalent to everybody. So nobody can put you down. So you have to really fight for yourself, and you should change the image in the society. So if you are going to change the image in the society, you are going to have a great life and great future.